So I've been digging through boxes, looking for pictures for my upcoming book, which is coming out in January, my memoir. And boy, have I been coming across a lot of different things. 23 years ago, I was in Psych 8, and I was 6 years away from becoming a marriage family therapist. This was the beginning of my schooling. And I was asked to write an essay. The class was on family rules. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you. Family rules. Growing up, I learned that my needs were not important. I remember begging for hugs and being denied. I remember being teased without mercy by my siblings and being told not to let it bother me by my parents. I was never heard when I tried to speak up. I was denied. When I expressed emotion, I was mocked. And my mother even called me Sarah Bernhardt. She was a famous actress at the turn of the century. So I was not believed and I was mocked. My family was perverted. The rules regarding this were children deserve no privacy and had no privacy. Also, if granted, privacy could be taken away at any time. As a child, I was never asked if I wanted to be sexual. It was forced on me. And once again, if I were to try to stand up to molestation, I was ignored. My opinion was not valid. Another rule was if my parents had a need, I would try to meet it. I was a good child if I did that. I was a bad child if I had a need. But of course I did have needs. I was desperately needy, and the only ones that showed affection and time with me were the child molesters. Now this was okay with my family as it suited them. When it did not, I would be confronted as to why the molestations happened. But of course, I didn't know any difference between a child molester and my parents, so how could I tell on something that was a normal part of my life? But I dutifully carried the family shame. I could never quite figure out the rules. Just when it seemed I could, they were changed on me, so I made my own rules. I choose who I have sex with. My parents are sick and can't be trusted, as well as my brother and sister. I lean on God for guidance and never ask my parents' opinions. I respect my boundaries and others' boundaries, and have studied hard to figure out what that is. There's no shame in admitting weakness, only in giving up and giving in. I do not need to feel ashamed for my parents and my family's sickness. I am okay. I will no longer participate in the sick family game, nor will I endanger my children by exposing them to people who refuse to respect me because I am healthy. Never give up on hope. God will provide if we try, and life can be wonderful, but only if we live in health. That's me, mid-30s, starting my schooling. What are your family rules? And what are the new rules that you're making?